The exclusive relationship between Pixar and Disney is more valuable because the collaboration allows each firm to preserve its core skills while benefiting from the partnership. Maintaining two distinct animation studios without interfering with each other's processes and employees provides greater access to creativity and resources as a whole. Pixar can focus on further developing animation capabilities by relying on Disney for their distribution channels, marketing, and customer base. Disney will gain Pixar's 3D digital animation resources, which are more innovative and cost-effective than Disney's previous techniques of filmmaking. The unity will provide a significant competitive advantage than the two companies operating independently. Pixar and Disney are more valuable together. Disney should acquire Pixar rather than create a partnership through contract. Both companies provide complementary resources to one another that are stronger together. The acquisition would decrease competition as the two firms together provide a significant disadvantage to new and existing entrants within the animation industry. If Disney does not acquire Pixar, we could witness a power competition as both firms would act to maximize their own value, which could create conflict and eventually less value overall for both companies.
So if Disney does acquire Pixar, we would leave Pixar as a separate entity, even if it was owned by Disney. They have completely different ways of making movies and are using different animation technology, which created very different movies for Disney and Pixar over the years. To continue to allow Pixar to be on the cutting edge of the animation and special effects technology, you need to allow them to keep running full steam ahead without being bogged down by all of the Disney processes and the current way they do things. Pixar was originally a disruptor to the industry, and you need to allow them to continue to be this so they can be on the cutting edge and bring in money for the company. Challenges would be having Disney animators or graphic designers fully on board with the new way of how to do things and moving forward and fully embracing new technologies that Pixar has developed in animation. And another challenge could be your usual change management of integrating two companies into one way of doing things and those that are resistant to the change, which could hurt the culture in the long run. And you would never want the really talented animators from Pixar to leave because they were unhappy with the integration.
Disney and Pixar's relationship began in 1986, and through the years, Disney relied heavily on Pixar's 3D computer-generated animation. With the future never certain, we recommend that Disney acquire Pixar to secure Disney's future in computer-generated films. This acquisition is essential as Pixar is extremely valuable to Disney. It is important to understand that Pixar's previous relationship with Disney, their previous success with Disney, would be extremely valuable to competing firms. Not to mention Pixar's proprietary computer animation technology that they have developed over a 10-year period. This acquisition by Disney would diversify their technical abilities, expand the firm, and ultimately create more revenue. Disney has had poor performance and not achieving their full potential in recent years as compared to Pixar. So needless to say, there needs to be a change. But how should this change be managed and structured, right? The last thing you want is for Pixar executives and employees and professionals to be unhappy and leave. This would ruin the culture and morale within the employees and ultimately lead to a steady decline in performance. Disney must structure a deal and garner support from the top down. From Jobs, Lasseter, and Catmull down to the staff employees. One idea would be to be one overall company, but work as two separate entities where the culture and process in Pixar remains the same as it is paramount to future success. This collaboration could also greatly help Disney Animation as best practices would be shared back and forth between the two. Ultimately, this deal would propel Disney to infinity and beyond.